My child, stop everything you are doing right now. Still your mind, silence every thought, and listen carefully, for heaven itself has paused to speak directly to you. In the next few moments, everything that has been delayed, every blessing that has been restrained, every prayer that seemed unanswered will begin to move toward you. These are not ordinary words. They are divine instructions from the heart of your Creator. This is not coincidence, not chance, not a random message appearing before you. This is destiny. I, the Lord your God, have summoned you to this very moment. You did not stumble upon this by mistake. You were led here by my Spirit because what I am about to reveal is designed to shift the entire direction of your life. You have prayed for confirmation, asked for a sign, whispered in your quiet moments, "Lord, if you are truly with me, show me." This, my beloved, is that moment. This is the answer that carries the weight of your next season. This is the turning point you have been waiting for. In the next 4 to 5 seconds, heaven will open above you not with noise or thunder, but with a still, powerful release of divine presence that will pierce through the fog of your confusion and lift the heaviness from your heart. I am calling you by name. I am touching the deepest part of your being that no one else has seen. I am entering into the very place where fear has whispered lies and doubt has built walls, and I am breaking them down now. Listen closely, for these words are not to be taken lightly. What you are hearing now has been written into the blueprint of your existence since before the foundations of the world. I have waited for this exact moment, this exact breath, this exact heartbeat to reach you. I have seen your struggle the nights where you stared into the dark, wondering if I had forgotten you. I have watched you endure the quiet storms that no one around you could understand. You have fought battles in silence, hoping someone would notice the pain behind your smile. I noticed. I saw every tear that fell when no one was looking, and I counted each one as a seed of faith, a sign that you were still holding on when you could have given up. My child, this is your confirmation. This is the moment your waiting collides with my timing. Heaven has issued a decree concerning you, and I am releasing it now. Every delay that once felt like denial was preparation. Every detour that left you frustrated was redirection. Every silence from me was not absence but alignment. You have been walking through the waiting room of heaven, and now the door is opening. This word is not for everyone, it is for you, the one who has endured without seeing, who has prayed without hearing, who has hope without proof. I have come to tell you that the time of wondering is ending. The season of hesitation is over. What is ahead of you will not resemble what is behind you. My beloved, I am standing at the threshold of your life, knocking once again, not because I have been distant, but because I want your full attention. I want you to open your heart, your spirit, your ears, because the next few moments will determine whether you walk into what I have prepared or miss it altogether. This message is not meant to entertain your curiosity. It is meant to awaken your destiny. Do not turn away. Do not treat this as another fleeting moment of inspiration. This is your divine encounter. The very air around you is shifting as my presence draws near. Angels are stationed beside you, carrying the blessings that have been waiting for your obedience. If you will listen, truly listen, you will feel it even now, that warmth in your chest, that stirring in your soul, that strange calm that rests upon you. That is my Spirit confirming this word to you. The next breath you take carries the fragrance of change. The next second that passes carries a promise that has been dormant but is now awakening. You have cried out for an open door. I am that door. You have asked for a sign, This is it. You have longed for direction. I am giving it to you now, not in riddles, not in shadows, but in clarity. I am saying to you, the waiting has not been wasted, the silence has not been empty, and your faith has not gone unnoticed. My child, hear me, your entire destiny hinges on this moment. This is not something you can postpone, not something you can push aside for later. The blessing that is meant for you is being released now, but it will not linger long in the doorway. Heaven is ready to pour, but you must open to receive. Do not allow distraction, fear, or doubt to rob you of what is being delivered. Do not let your mind wander, for even one moment of hesitation can close what I have opened. Stay with me, because every word that follows carries your breakthrough, your healing, your restoration, and your new beginning. You have asked me, Lord, when will my change come? And I am answering now. It begins here. You are standing at a divine intersection between what was and what will be. The future you prayed for begins when you open your heart in full surrender to my voice. In the next few moments, you will sense the shift of peace that will silence the chaos, a certainty that will calm your doubts, and a love that will remind you that I have never left you. You are not forgotten, not overlooked, not too late. You are chosen, called, and appointed for this moment in time. So open your spirit now. Let go of everything else demanding your attention. Fix your eyes upon me and hear these final words of the opening. This is your divine appointment. Heaven has orchestrated this exact second so that you would know beyond all question that I am real, that I am near, and that I have prepared blessings for you that no power on earth can steal. The next breath you take, the next heartbeat you feel, carries the rhythm of my promise. I am speaking to you now, your Father, your Savior, your Redeemer, and I say again, do not turn away. What you have prayed for is already at your door. Your breakthrough is not coming, it has arrived. And if you receive this with faith, the blessings that were written for you before time began will unfold before your very eyes. Type, I believe you're working, Lord, even when life doesn't make sense. My beloved child, pause for a moment and take a breath. Do not rush past this sacred interruption. This is not just another passing moment in your day. This is a divine encounter that I, Jesus, have personally orchestrated. Everything around you may seem ordinary, but heaven has stopped its rhythm for you right now. This very second was written in eternity before you ever took your first breath. The steps that brought you here were not coincidence. They were guided by my hand. I have been waiting for you to be still enough to hear my voice again. What you are feeling right now, the stirring in your chest, the trembling in your soul, is the sound of heaven drawing near. My child, I know how long you've been searching for me in the noise of life. You have asked me in your quiet moments, Lord, are you still with me? You still see me? You've looked around and felt invisible, as though your prayers disappeared into an empty sky. But I tell you now, I have been closer than your breath, nearer than your thoughts. You have not been forgotten for even a heartbeat. I have seen every tear that you tried to hide, every night you whispered my name into the darkness hoping for an answer. I have heard every unspoken cry that no one else knew how to understand. I was there when you felt abandoned, and I whispered softly, hold on. You did not hear me then, but that whisper kept you alive, sustained by the strength you did not even know was mine. My beloved, do you truly think that I would bring you this far just to leave you lost? I am the one who has been aligning every event, every delay, every encounter to lead you right here to this divine interruption. You thought this message appeared by accident, but I placed it directly before your eyes. This is my way of reaching through the noise and touching your soul. I am breaking through the layers of distraction and doubt that have clouded your heart for too long. The world has been loud, and the voices around you have tried to drown out mine, but I have chosen this moment to silence everything else. Listen carefully now, for I am speaking directly to your spirit. This is your moment of awakening. For too long, you have carried the heavy weight of unanswered prayers. You've wondered why doors stayed shut, why the path ahead seemed unclear, why promises felt delayed. But, my child, I need you to understand that I was never ignoring you. I was preparing you. The waiting was not punishment, it was protection. I closed certain doors because I knew what lay behind them would wound you. I held you back from people and places that would have drained your spirit and destroyed your peace. You only saw disappointment, but I saw deliverance. Every no was a divine redirection toward something greater. You asked me to bless you, and I said, not yet, because I was still shaping the vessel that would carry the blessing. Do you feel that quiet shift happening even now? That's my spirit moving in your midst, awakening the parts of you that have been asleep. Heaven's doors are opening above you as I speak. Angels are positioned around you, carrying assignments written in your name. The season of silence is ending, and a wave of my presence is breaking through the barriers that once held you back. You can sense it, the warmth spreading through your heart, the heaviness lifting, the tears beginning to form not out of sorrow, but out of recognition that you are being seen, finally and fully, by your Creator. My eyes have never left you. You have asked me, why did it have to take so long? And I tell you this truth, because the blessing I am sending requires the foundation of endurance. The strength you built in the waiting is the very strength that will sustain the miracle I am releasing. What I am giving you now is not fragile. It will not fade with time. It is eternal, and it is yours. But it requires your obedience, immediate, unquestioning, wholehearted obedience. The doors that I have opened will not remain open forever. They are set in divine timing, and when that moment passes, it will not return in the same way. That is why I speak to you now with urgency. Do not delay. Do not second guess what you are feeling. This is your window of grace. My beloved child, I know you have grown weary of waiting. The world has told you to move on, to settle, to lower your expectations. But I did not call you to a life of settling. I called you to a life of faith. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are standing in the threshold of a shift so sacred that even the heavens lean in to watch. You are about to step into a reality you once only dreamed about. But for that to happen, you must open your heart completely. I need your surrender, not your struggle. I need your trust, not your logic. I need your yes, right here and right now. Please support our channel. Our purpose is to bring happiness to your life and deepen your devotion to God. If you wish, you can show your love and support by donating through Super Thanks. Do not mistake this gentle Paul for casual talk. This is the moment I have been preparing you for. I am reaching for the places in you that have become numb, the parts that stopped believing miracles still happen. I am reigniting the flame that nearly went out. I am breathing fresh wind into your weary soul, and with that breath comes new direction. You have been wandering, but I am about to give you clarity. You have been doubting, but I am about to give you proof. You have been losing strength, but I am about to renew your power like an eagle rising to the sky. My child, do you remember when you asked me, Lord, why can't I feel you anymore? I was silent not because I left, but because I was building your faith to stand on truth, not feeling. You thought the silence meant distance, but it was actually the sound of me working behind the scenes. Every quiet season was filled with my activity. I was arranging details, removing obstacles, and orchestrating divine alignments that your eyes could not yet see. I was teaching you to recognize my presence even when you couldn't trace my hand. And now, I am revealing what I have been preparing all along. The answers are here. The miracles are ready. The breakthrough is unfolding before you. But listen carefully, my beloved, because what happens next depends on your obedience. Time is sacred. The opportunities I am releasing are tied to this divine moment. Do not let hesitation steal your harvest. When I call, move. When I speak, obey. When I open the door, step through. The delay of obedience is the denial of blessing. The heavens are open. The angels are positioned, and all that is required is your yes. I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to trust me. The next step may seem uncertain, but I have already gone before you. You only need to walk in faith. I am removing the walls that have confined your spirit. The chains that have bound your confidence are breaking even now. The fear that told you you are not enough is being silenced by my voice that says, you are chosen, appointed, and anointed for this hour. I have already placed inside you everything needed for this next chapter. You are not behind. You are right on time. You are not unqualified. You are divinely equipped. All I ask is that you believe me more than you believe your fears. Believe what I speak over you more than what the world has said about you. Do not let this moment pass you by, my child. Heaven has opened its doors for you, and the flow of blessing is descending now. Do not look back or do not hesitate. Do not doubt. This interruption was not meant to distract you, it was meant to direct you. I, Jesus, have stepped into your day to remind you that you are not forgotten, you are not alone, and you are not too late. The answers you have been waiting for are standing right in front of you. Take my hand, walk forward, and know that obedience is the key that unlocks the floodgates of heaven. So listen once more as I whisper this truth into your soul. I have interrupted your day because I am about to rewrite it. Every moment from this point forward carries eternal significance. You have prayed for breakthrough, now you are standing in it. You have asked for a sign, now you are living it. You have waited for heaven to move, now it is moving for you. This is your divine interruption. Do not waste it, my child. Open your heart fully. Act when I speak, and you will see blessings unfold that will leave you in awe. I am Jesus, the one who called you, the one who chose you, and the one who stands before you saying, now is the time. My beloved child, I need you to listen carefully now, because what I am about to reveal will make sense of the pain, the silence, and the long nights when you thought I had turned my face from you. You have been walking through a hidden season, a season that felt like delay, but was actually divine preparation. The prayers you thought went unanswered were not ignored. They were being woven into something far greater than you could imagine. Every moment of waiting was not wasted. It was holy. It was sacred. It was me, working behind the curtain of your understanding, aligning blessings that required heaven's timing, not human haste. You see, my child, I did not forget you. I was building something in you that could not be formed in comfort. Do you remember those days when you cried out to me and heard nothing but silence? When you asked, Lord, have you forgotten me? Have you abandoned me? I heard every word. I saw every tear that fell from your eyes and landed on the floor like shattered glass. I watched as your heart ached under the weight of unanswered prayers, and I whispered softly, wait. But you didn't understand that waiting was not my way of withholding, it was my way of protecting. I was hiding you, not to punish you, but to purify you. I was shielding you from battles you were not yet ready to fight, and preparing you for blessings you were not yet strong enough to carry. You see, child, gold cannot be purified without fire, and a seed cannot grow without being buried. What you called isolation, I called incubation. While you thought nothing was happening, roots were growing deep beneath the surface. I was strengthening your foundation so that when I poured out the blessing I had promised, you would not crumble under its weight. The silence you feared was not empty, it was filled with purpose. I was training your spirit to hear me beyond the noise, to trust me beyond your understanding, and to love me beyond your comfort. There were moments when you said, Lord, why do you bless others while I wait? And I said, because I am still shaping you in private. The waiting room of heaven is not a place of neglect. It is a place of refinement. It is where the heart learns to release control and where faith is strengthened until it no longer depends on sight. I was teaching you to walk by faith and not by what you could see. I allowed the doors to remain closed for a time because I needed you to grow before you entered them. Some blessings can only survive when they rest in the hands of a matured heart, and I love you too deeply to give you what would destroy you before it develops you. My beloved, I know the waiting hurt. I know there were nights when you thought you couldn't endure another day. You whispered, God, I can't do this anymore, and yet you woke up and did it anyway. That strength you felt on the days when you wanted to quit, that was me. When you felt a sudden calm in the midst of chaos, that was my presence covering you like a blanket in the storm. You didn't see the angels I dispatched to guard you, but they were there standing at the corners of your bed, holding back the darkness that tried to crush your soul. They walked beside you when you wept alone. They fought battles in the unseen realm, and they carried your prayers to my throne when your lips could no longer form the words. Every tear you shed became the water that grew your miracle. Every sigh became a seed planted in heaven's soil. Every whispered prayer became a decree in the courts of eternity. The reason you have been hidden is because what I am birthing in you cannot be exposed too soon. When a seed is planted, it must remain underground until it breaks through the soil at the appointed time. If it comes out too early, it dies. You have been underground, but you have not been forgotten. You have been hidden in my hand, protected from eyes that could not yet understand what I was doing. The world may have overlooked you, but I have been watching over you. I have been nurturing the miracle within you, pruning away the fear, the doubt, and the things that cannot go with you into the next season. I have been refining your character, shaping your faith, and healing the wounds that would have sabotaged your destiny. Do not despise the hidden season, my child. It hath been your greatest preparation. You thought I was silent, but I was singing over you in the night. You thought I was still, but I was moving mountains on your behalf. I was aligning people, places, and opportunities, every detail orchestrated with precision. I was building a future that required your patience. I was sending angels ahead of you to make the crooked path straight, to open doors that no man can shut, to position favor where you would least expect it. And now, That which I have prepared in secret is about to be revealed in light. You have endured the silence long enough. You have been faithful when no one saw, steadfast when no one applauded, and hopeful when everything around you screamed otherwise. The season that once felt endless is now drawing to a close. The time of waiting is turning into the time of unveiling. The things I whispered to you in private, I am about to manifest in public. What was hidden will be revealed, and those who doubt it will see that my hand has been upon you all along. You will no longer question whether I was with you, for the evidence of my presence will overflow in every area of your life. But remember this, my child, the blessing that comes after the waiting carries great responsibility. It must be stewarded with humility and gratitude. Do not forget me when abundance arrives. Do not rush ahead of me when doors swing open. Stay close to me, for I am the same God who held you in silence and the same God who will now lift you in glory. The waiting was meant to anchor your heart in me so that success would not separate you from my presence. I know you have asked me, why did I have to go through so much pain? And I answer you now, because pain has a purpose in my kingdom. Pain produces in depth. Tears water the soil of transformation. When you were broken, I was reshaping you into a vessel fit for glory. When you felt forgotten, I was engraving your name on the palm of my hand. When you thought I was distant, I was closer than ever, breathing life into your weary spirit, whispering hope into your despair, and preparing a table for you in the very place of your sorrow. You will soon eat the fruit of the tears you cried, and it will be sweet. There are blessings that could not have grown without the rain of your tears. Every drop that fell carried the fragrance of faith. I collected each one and turned them into rivers of favor that are about to flow into your life. The prayers that seemed unanswered were not lost, they were being multiplied. The answers have been waiting for the right moment to collide with your readiness. That moment is now drawing near. The angels who have been holding your blessings in their hands are preparing to deliver them. The heavens are stirring, and your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. My beloved, what I am about to do will make sense of everything you endured. You will look back and say, now I understand why I had to wait. You will see that the waiting was not a wall at womb. It was where I was birthing something new inside you. The silence was not abandonment. It was an invitation to trust. And every time you chose faith over fear, you watered the promise I planted in your soul. You did not lose time, you gained strength. You did not lose opportunities, you gained wisdom. You did not lose me, you found me in the waiting. So do not despise the hidden season anymore. Embrace it as the holy ground where your faith grew roots. It was there that you learned to rely on me completely. It was there that you discovered I am enough even when nothing makes sense. And now, my beloved, the waiting is coming to an end. The soil that once held your tears will soon yield fruit. The season of hiddenness is giving way to a season of harvest. The things that were delayed are being released. The doors that were shut are opening. The prayers that seemed unanswered are about to manifest in ways beyond your imagination. Comment Jesus, you are my forever if you'll never turn back from following him. But even as the blessings pour out, remember the lesson of the waiting, that true strength is found not in striving but in surrender. I hid you not to punish you but to purify you. I refined you not to weaken you but to strengthen you. I prepared you in private so I could trust you in public. You have passed the test of time. And now rise, my child, for the season of hiddenness has ended. Heaven's light is breaking over your life. and what I have been preparing behind the scenes is ready to be revealed. Every tear you shed has become the water that grew your miracle, and now that miracle stands ready to bloom before your eyes. My beloved child, listen very closely, because what I am about to reveal carries the weight of heaven's timing. You have entered what I call the 45-second test. It is not just a number. It is a divine metaphor, reflection of how fragile, how sacred, and how powerful your moments of decision truly are. You see, every breakthrough, every answered prayer, every open door I have ever prepared for you has been placed within reach. But whether or not you receive it has always depended on what you do in those moments when I speak. The test is not about waiting hours, days, or years. It is about what happens in that narrow window when heaven opens, and I whisper, "Move now." My child, you do not realize how many blessings have stood at the door of your life, waiting to be received, only to drift away because hesitation kept them unopened. The blessings were waiting at your door, but hesitation kept them unopened. Don't make that mistake again. I speak to you now because you are standing at another threshold, one that has been divinely appointed, one that will not remain open forever. This is not a threat, it is an invitation. I am giving you an opportunity to respond while heaven's gates are wide. The next few moments are holy. I am watching not just what you say, but how you respond. You have often prayed, "Lord, show me when to move," and I have shown you. But you doubted your own discernment. You heard me calling you toward change, toward obedience, toward release, but fear whispered, "Not yet." You felt me stirring your heart, asking you to forgive, to let go, to step out, but you waited for another sign, another confirmation, another convenient time. And while you delayed, the moment passed, and the blessing I sent for that moment remained untouched. My beloved, so many of my children miss their miracles, not because I withhold, but because they hesitate when I open the door. You not know that obedience has a rhythm. Every act of faith must align with heaven's pulse. When I speak, time bends. When I command, creation responds. But when you delay, the rhythm shifts, and the moment of divine alignment fades. I do not say this to frighten you, but to awaken you. Right now, as you listen, there is a door standing before you, one that will not open again in the same way. This is not a test of willpower. It is a test of trust. I am asking you to act when it doesn't make sense, to move before you see the outcome, to say yes while others still question. My beloved child, do you remember the Israelites at the Red Sea? The water did not part until they stepped forward. Do you remember Peter on the stormy sea? The miracle of walking on water did not begin until he moved his foot off the boat. Every miracle that has ever unfolded in my word was released by obedience in motion. The miracles do not wait for comfort. They respond to trust. Heaven does not hesitate when I command it. Why should you? You have prayed for doors to open, and now they are opening, but your response will determine what happens next. This is the 45-second test, the narrow space between hearing my instruction and choosing whether to obey. It represents more than time, it represents trust. I am calling you to a moment of instant obedience. Do not overthink what I am telling you. Do not drown my whisper in a flood of logic. Obedience is not comfortable. It is costly. But what you gain in exchange for it will be eternal. If you respond when I speak, you will see doors swing wide that have been locked for years. But if you delay, if you hesitate, if you let fear win again, you will watch the moments slip by like sand through your fingers, and the ache of regret will follow where joy could have lived. My child, you have said, Lord, I will obey when I feel ready, but I tell you this truth. You will never feel ready for what is divine. Readiness is not the requirement, faith is. You do not need all the details to say yes. You only need to trust the one who holds the details. I know what lies ahead of you. I see what you cannot. That is why I am asking for your obedience, not your understanding. Your obedience is the seed that unlocks my miracles. Every act of trust, no matter how small, becomes a key in the hand of heaven, turning locks that have been rusted shut for years. You have waited long enough, my beloved. A season of hesitation must end. The opportunities that are approaching will require your swift obedience. The window is short, but the reward is great. Do you not see that the enemy's greatest weapon is not always temptation, it is distraction? He does not need to steal your blessing if he can make you delay. Every time you say later when I say now, the enemy rejoices. But today, I am breaking that cycle over you. I am igniting courage where fear once ruled, faith where doubt once spoke, and movement where hesitation once lingered. You will not miss what I am sending this time. My child, I am speaking plainly because the hour is serious. Heaven has already released what you asked for. The angels carrying your answers are already on their way. But they move at the speed of your obedience. The quicker you trust, the faster the release. Do not say, maybe tomorrow. Do not say, when I feel certain. Faith is not built on certainty, it is built on surrender. You are standing in a moment where your yes carries eternal weight. You may not understand it fully now, but one day you will look back and realize that everything changed in this instant of obedience. I remember the many times you said, Lord, I wish I could hear you clearly. This is me answering that cry. You are hearing my voice now. This is the clarity you prayed for. I am telling you exactly what to do, trust me. Move when I nudge your heart. Say yes when I whisper go. Release what I tell you to let go of. Do not wait for the perfect moment. This is the perfect moment. My timing does not bow to human clocks. My calendar is not written in ink but in eternity. The 45 seconds is symbolic, it is the divine heartbeat of obedience. It is the measure of time between my word and your response. In that space lies either breakthrough or delay. Say amen. You healed my soul if his presence mended what was broken inside. And share this video.